Baccalaureate exercises at the Iowa Arts Academy. I'd like to start by welcoming you all to our ceremony. A special welcome to many of our board members, members of the Board of Governors and trustees that are in the audience. We thank you once again for your incredible support. I'd like to thank the parents, their relatives, and the friends that are all here. Some of you have traveled such great distance in order to be here for this incredible night. And finally, thank you to the faculty and staff and all of our alumni who are in the audience. I saw a few of you at dinner. It was great to have you back. Faculty, thank you for your amazing work in teaching these fine young people. And finally, welcome to the graduating class of 2013, our 27th graduating class from the Iowa Arts Academy. A baccalaureate was originally a religious ceremony held before commencement in which a sermon was given to the students, marking the end of their course of study. At Iowa Arts, Baccalaureate has evolved over time into an evening of celebration of the work that's come before, with performances and representations of all of our arts departments produced by our students, some of them who you will see on stage tonight, and others who are undergraduates and who will be here in future years. As well as our arts performance, we have speeches by a student and a faculty member. Those speakers have been chosen by the members of the graduating class. And they will speak not on a topic that was also chosen by members of the graduating class. What? And then finally, our evening will culminate in an award ceremony in which some of our seniors will receive special recognition for their extraordinary work. As we begin our program, I want to say a special thank you to the parents in the audience, and the parents who might be at home watching on the Ustream broadcast, and say thank you for trusting us with your kids. You've done a great thing, I think, by dropping them off on top of them and letting us teach them, and we are very grateful that you thought that that was a good idea, and I think that we will see that it really has been. Finally, thanks and congratulations to the class of 2013. You are the embodiment of our beliefs about what an Arts Academy graduate can bring to the world, and we can't wait to see what becomes of you. So, once again, the faculty and staff say congratulations, and we'll begin our program.
Hello, I'm Sister Mix. I'm a graduating undergraduate creative writing senior and this diploma. The Happy Graveyard. I arrived in a whisper, a whimpering, whispering wisp of fear, balancing on trembling, pale mosquito legs. The ghosts from home clung to me like leeches, unable to accept their own deaths and my departure. They worm themselves in and out of my brain, taking pride in the scars they've left. I now leave them behind, the scars faded. My voice reduces them into husks. Their buzzings melt away into the golden wash of a fire we're not allowed to have. I look ahead, leaving behind the dust and candy wrappers of 3 long years, leaving behind the broken rain boots and bruises, leaving behind the music and the manics who mumble and panic and think out loud, leaving behind the courage to say the words that self-pity would not allow me to say. I leave it all. I leave behind the happy graveyard of fears.
Hi, my name is Les Peter,
My name is Cynthia Yu.
and we're going to be giving Doug Astronaut the senior gift. On behalf of the graduating class of 2013, we are pleased to present this plaque for a new bench we have dedicated outside of Bowman, where we meet the vans in honor of our longtime employee and friend, Wayne Parker. Please accept this gift with my gratitude for Wayne's many years of service to the Transportation Department, the school, and most of all, the students of Iowa Arts.
come after you. I say thank you, and we will have this installed straight away on the beautiful new bench that's already there. So thank you all.
Somewhere's music, how famous too. Somewhere's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above where love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I do. Somewhere's music, it's where you are. Somewhere's heaven, how near, how far. Though darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will house in my heart, how high the moon. Is a new song, how high the moon. Though the words may be wrong, we're singing it because you asked for it. So we're swinging it just for you. How high the moon doesn't touch the stars. How high the moon doesn't reach out to Mars. Though the words may be wrong to the song, they're asking high, 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 high as the moon. Ooh, beauty, everybody beauty birthday. Ooh, beauty, everybody beauty birthday. Ooh, beauty, bum, 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 beauty, doobie, doobie, dabba, doobie, bo, bo, bee, ba, bo, bo, ba, bee, bo, ba, ba.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. I'm John Newman, Dean of Students. Each year, the senior class selects 2 individuals from the community to speak at Baccalaureate. The theme for this year's speeches is Art and Character, how arts education inspires positive personal growth. The seniors have selected one of their classmates and one member of the faculty to speak tonight, and I have the honor of introducing those speakers. Our first speaker tonight from the class of 2013 has distinguished herself as a powerful storyteller and gifted filmmaker. Katherine Kearns is a second-year senior from Los Angeles, whose documentary film, A Family Like Mine, produced last year at Untitled Arts, has garnered critical acclaim. It is the story of children like Katherine herself who have grown up with same-sex parents It expresses with great poignancy the joys and challenges of that experience. A Family Like Mine screened at the National Film Festival for Talented Youth in Seattle and was the only high school film selected for KCET's Fine Cut series, all of the others being college and graduate level films. It will screen at the Palm Springs Short Film Festival next month. In addition to her work in film, which includes this year's production of The Amazing Alan, which she also wrote and directed, Katherine has also been active in community service. Last year, she attended the National Green Schools Conference to help identify ways for our school to undertake sustainability projects. She volunteered for the organization Rebuild New Orleans in the spring of 2008. And in 2007, Katherine undertook a one-month residency at Copland's Orphanage in Johannesburg, South Africa. Katherine credits her father, Michael Kearns, as a source of inspiration for her work. She has said in an interview, "Growing up and watching him fight for what he believes in via art taught me that I too can express myself through art." Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the talented and delightful Katherine Kearns.
When I first heard I would be the baccalaureate speaker, I was both honored and nervous. Honored because my senior class had chosen me to represent them, and nervous because my senior class had chosen me to represent them. 2 years ago, before I came to Idlewild Arts, I never expected that I would be where I am today. I never thought I would be who I am today. Since coming to Idlewild, I've learned a lot about myself and the people I've shared this experience with. I would like to think that this school and these people have a lot to do with the way I turned out. I am who I am today because of this place. When I first came here, I thought, wow, what an amazing place. I mean, where else could you hear the entirety of the Lion King soundtrack being sung in the dining hall? Or see people practicing ballet in French class, or taking a trip down to LA to go to the Oscar rehearsals. I knew I'd come to the right place, because why wouldn't I want to come to a place where I can express myself fully? This school is unlike any other in the sense that this school doesn't teach you how to be creative. It teaches you how to express your creativity. In the words of Carol Bryant, know who you are and be it, know what you want and go out and get it. And that's what this school does. It helps us realize what we want and how to get it. Aside from this place being fun and exciting, it has had its challenges. For example, I have learned that making a film is not easy. It has its ups and downs and it's team effort. Before I made my documentary last year, I was at first hesitant to share a project that was so personal to me with other people. However, I knew that if I wanted to make this documentary, I was going to have to overcome my fears and trust these people. And that was the best decision I ever made. I learned to trust these people that soon became my second family. All art is personal. From performing an incredibly thought-provoking one man about a dearly loved sibling, an extraordinary student choreographed dance, an eloquent reading, or a showcase of one's work in the art gallery. I've spent 2 wonderfully memorable years at this school. I have made friendships that I know will last a lifetime. I know I've grown, and I know I've seen my friends grow not only through their personal endeavors, but through their art. When we produce art, we share it with the rest of the community, and that makes us brave. It opens us up to both compliments and criticisms, but we take it and we make it better, so we can learn and grow and continue making amazing art. Every single one of you is so amazing, and I will miss you all. I respect you all, I look up to you all, and I love you all. I'm so proud to be a part of this graduating class. I know we will all do great things. We will become actors, teachers, dancers, musicians, doctors, lawyers, artists, singers, filmmakers, and maybe one of us might become president one day. The experiences we have here, the people we meet here, and the things we learned here will have helped us shape our future. So, I I want to leave you with this. The quote by F. Scott Fitzgerald. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early, to be whoever you want to be. There is no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you never felt before. I hope you meet people who have a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you're not, I hope you have the courage to start all over again. Thank you.
Our faculty speaker this evening has taught in the Humanities Department at Untitled Arts Academy since 2007. He has taught English for 15 years, during which time he has also served as a department chair, a coach, dorm head, and student advisor. George Pratt is a beloved teacher whose quick wit and intelligence challenge students to delve deeply into literary texts and other works of art. His senior criticism class, is he making gestures behind my head? Like I said, a beloved teacher who's quick wit. His senior criticism class is a popular elective centering around the thoughtful examination and critique of student work across all arts departments at Untitled Arts. George's sense of humor is well known and much appreciated on campus. When I asked George to provide some biographical information for his introduction this evening, he advised me to, quote, just make stuff up. In addition to George's 15 years of teaching, he is also a novelist, a playwright, most recently of the radio play A Morbid Fascination, which was produced this year at Untitled Arts, and he's a musician. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome George Pratt.
Okay, so thank you all very much. It is quite an honor. This will start out a little rocky and then get less rocky, so bear with me. It's a great honor to be asked to speak near you on the momentous occasion of your baby's got baccalaureate, an age-old tradition of maypole dancing, cheese wheel bowling, and sackbut recitals. I've been counseled beforehand by Doug, John, and Marianne, of course, to avoid certain words that might offend those of delicate disposition, words like worsted, cuspidor, and torsion. I wish I'd known this more than 10 minutes before the speech. There goes my story about Soren Kierkegaard and Pablo Picasso at the Westminster Dog Show. I suppose I'll have to improvise and talk about whoever this coven of witches and warlocks is over there. Oh, wait, that's my Hogwarts speech. Come to think of it, this place is kind of a Hogwarts for the arts. Casting by looks alone, Ed Huston is Dumbledore, Bill Logan is Hagrid, Marianne is Professor McGonagall, Doug as whoever Kenneth Branagh played, and Lincoln Belford as Harry Potter. Okay, I'll stop. It's a touchstone for their generation. The thing you may not know, perhaps because it's not immediately obvious, is that all of these people are related. That's not a comment about inbreeding or the fecundity and promiscuity of one of you in the audience. But it's a cold statistical fact, like the fact that 7 out of 10 orthodontists recommend the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. What I mean is that someday in the unforeseeable future, one of you will find yourself in a jail cell in Singapore, and in your delirium you'll start rapping, "We do it every day." And suddenly, from the adjoining cell, an IA grad will join in. That's family. So let's look at the crazy ant in the attic. I mean, the IA graduating class of 2013. The first major we usually talk about is the virtual spelunking major, but I'd like to switch it up a bit and talk about some scribblers. People close to my once extant heart, mainly Isaac, Brentford, Connor, Becky, Frida, and Breen, the ink-stained wretches of Burchard and environs. You people have been whispering in my ear for a while now, and none more emphatically than Brantford and Isaac, especially with the rendition of Jean-Paul Sartre's Huis Clos, helpfully retitled Our AEL Project. The parallax reading, in case you foolishly missed it, was a portable feast, a delicious annexation of musician territory. Not a shot was fired. Metaphors were thrown about, imagery came raining down from the heavens. You should have been there, which is really the theme for any decent senior year, don't you think? Those thespians are up next. You're probably worried I'm going to name everyone or read the phone book, which Madison can do with exceptional aplomb. Cue laugh track. Omed's always going to be the scary balloon man, far and wee. Maya does the best imitation of herself as an older woman I've ever seen, whereas Dorina just terrified me. Jonathan doesn't care what I think. Naomi's not even here. Anne is even now hanging by her ankles. Michaela is glittery, and Kimber, well, she's going to take that on the road now, thank you. Lock your car doors, boys. The visual arts majors should never be spoken of, merely sketched, painted, sculpted, photographed. So here is my photo of all the seniors. Please note Peter Ding flashing the VA gang sign. Very nice. The dancers, aka our football team, present a similar problem, but I'll spare you my rendition of Firebird, although I do a mean pas de rien, as my recent all-school performance makes plain. Later, I'll do my interpretive dance based on Global Soul. Mac, Daddy, McMillions, Andrea, Barbacid, Lamborghini, Mariana, Andy, Renee, Emily, Meg, you shake it, or technically jump, twist, fall, plie, jete, that thing. The musicians should be spoken about only in hushed tones and individually. Between the mention of each name, I will exit the stage to applause and then return to more applause. It will grow tiresome. The jazz musicians, on the other hand, I will speak of individually at some length and with numerous digressions, after which you should applaud. For Nicholas Herbert Martin, however, mine is a seasonal love, and I reserve the right to sue. The senior inner arts majors can be discussed in many ways, visually, kinesthetically, morally, aesthetically, or just in terms of what they wear. Jordan published a naughty magazine of impressive ambition and gloss. Florence clothed my daughter Carmen in finery. Emily made waves, and Jada crooned. Finally, the filmmakers. Well, they're probably done editing Harold's movie by now. Yeah! My speech made Special K performed some magic. Peter is off to Badtown. Harold is a gangsta. Tirza produced this speech. Cyrus did cinematography. Nancy Reagan-Willie Misher has a claymation version of me. Gabriel is editing the speech, and Rosie is adjusting the lights. Okay, I apologize for all the insider references. It must be both confusing and, to a certain degree, boring for those of you outside the school. However, in case you haven't figured it out, this is an intense experience for your children, an all-encompassing three-dimensional journey, and at its core is an unprecedented amount of attention from adults, attention that often takes the form of both praise and criticism. What we do here is take your children seriously, as both developing artists and as emerging adults. That's a rare and delicate thing, but I acknowledge it doesn't necessarily make for the best speech. I beg your indulgence. Chances are this will never happen again. You also might think it odd that an academic teacher would fail to mention the classroom and the quiet, unglamorous work done there. Work whose intellectual payoff may be 2 to 10 years down the line, but whose tangible legal artifact is tomorrow's diploma. It is odd that I haven't mentioned it. After you're here for more than a few years, you start to hear people talk about how much better the student art was in the good olden days before YouTube and cell phones and Facebook and robots and internal combustion engine and bad art. The longtime faculty get this dreamy look in their eyes, remembering how everyone was Rembrandt, Martha Graham, Hemingway, Spielberg, Coltrane, Shostakovich, Meryl Streep, and Shepard Fairey all wrapped in one. This is the comfortable lie of nostalgia. The fact is that many of you created some memorable art during your time here. That Firebird, Randy's recital, the last VA show, Felix's recital, Ashley and Cynthia's duets, that amazing charcoal sketch by Una of Renee dancing, Alex Keller's turn at the microphone, Miss Gandhianko's recital, and more than a few others. will be remembered by me at the very least until the predictable onset of memory loss. I know I missed some obvious performances and shows, but you can't see them all or mention them. I did hear others speaking about them, and I know with certainty that I had missed something transcendent, a moment of beauty and grace in the mundane flow of days and hours and minutes. Perhaps 5 years down the line, I'll get that dreamy look about the good old days we're living in now. Let me try it on for a second. Okay, that was fun. This is what you people stand for, what you leave behind, what you've created. So don't forget to thank your parents tomorrow, because they had a pretty significant role in all this. And here is to a life well lived, dreams worthy of the name, and doing art every day.
Thanks! Goodbye!
Okay, now we move on to the awards and recognition part of the evening. The first one that I get to do is not really an award, but more of a recognizing of some hard work. Can I have the National Honor Society members please stand? The Untitled Arts Chapter of the National Honor Society adheres to the membership criteria established by the National Honor Society. These criteria are to maintain at least a 3.8 cumulative grade point average, a strong and continuing record of community service, and outstanding character evaluations. Please join me in congratulating these fine scholars.
I'm pleased to present the Idlewild Arts Academy Outstanding Citizenship Award. At Idlewild Arts, we strive to balance our pre-professional arts training and college preparatory academic program with an emphasis on positive personal growth. For this reason, it is important to us to celebrate students who are not only excellent artists who work hard to get good grades, but students who are also good people. With this award, we recognize students who do their best to abide by our community values and who lead by example by positively influencing others. The student we are honoring tonight has distinguished herself as a strong leader on campus and a committed citizen to the school, her department, and her various volunteer roles. She is known to accept any and all assignments with a passionate and positive attitude. She has been described as having a soft yet powerful personality and a knack for listening to others and helping them through personal challenges. As a prefect, she is attentive to her peers, supportive of younger students, and thoroughly helpful to her dorm parents. Her dorm head described her as being, quote, one of the most proactive prefects I have encountered, spotting problems long before they become intractable, always helpful, consistently good-humored, and crazy competitive. This student is noted for being extraordinarily responsible, but also extremely friendly and funny. She is a member of the National Honor Society. She is a math tutor. She's been active with student government. She was selected to be a prefect as a junior and has been asked to serve again in her senior year. She volunteers her time with our local SMARTS program, helping teach theater games and lessons at Idlewild Elementary School. Bonnie Carpenter, who helps run the program, described the student as generous and loving with the kids, and always prepared with something fun, new, and wonderful for the classes. Her cheerful and kind spirit is magnetic with these young children, and she leaves our hour-long lessons with an adoring group of kids wanting to sit next to her during the cool-down circle time. One of the most impressive qualities the student possesses is humility. She is not known as someone who seeks acknowledgement or compliments. Instead, when she sees or hears of a need or an important project or event on campus, she takes care of it. In class and in her department, she brings her full effort to everything she does and expects the same level of effort from others. She works hard, serves her community because it is right and obvious, not because she wants recognition or praise. Her teachers and peers have described her as compassionate, smart, witty, talented, dedicated, driven, honest, and inspiring. She's also a committed member and chief recruiter for our weekend running club, and she's going to look very familiar to you in just a moment. Congratulations to this year's Outstanding Citizenship Award winner, Delaney Spangler.
Presenting the Senior Scholar Award. In reviewing remarks about this student from her teachers, I found this quote by Aristotle fitting. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. In a world where people often desperately cling to their own opinions because they're afraid that they might be wrong or they might have to change their perception of reality, this student is an exception. She embodies Aristotle's mark of an educated mind because she is not afraid to entertain controversial ideas. She is not daunted by concepts that may challenge her to change her worldview. Her philosophy teacher says that she delights in logical difficulties. To be an educated person in the true sense of the word takes hard work. This student is noted for her determination, her relentless quest to pursue knowledge and to go above and beyond what is required of her. She is not satisfied with easy answers or ready-made solutions. For example, her physics teacher notes that she and another classmate took at least 20 hours to write their own code to program a robot rather than to use an already supplied code. This student has shown exemplary discipline both in the arts and in academics. In addition, she is noted by all for her kindness, humility, and willingness to help others, all the while she is challenging herself to be the best she can be. When this student applied to Idlewild Arts, she wrote, "I want to attend Idlewild Arts Academy not just to learn how to do a triple pirouette perfectly or to study the socioeconomic causes of World War II. I want to get to know myself as a dancer, as a student, and as a whole person." Without a doubt, this student has accomplished her goal. She is a whole person, an exceptional artist, and an intellectual. Congratulations to Mariana Orozco.
And you all have many accomplishments to be proud of. This year's Creative Writing Award recipient has a love and passion for writing that has never faded in her time here. She's crafted numerous stories, plays, novel drafts, TV episodes, and even the occasional poem here and there. Her play, Hands, which has been performed 3 times now, gives me goosebumps every time I see it. It's truly one of the most beautiful pieces of student work I've encountered. She's published stories in the Story Shack, Vandemicum, Generations Literary Journal, Creative Communications, and of course in our journal, Parallax. This year, as Parallax editor, she went above and beyond to create something innovative, which resulted in a beautiful, unique issue of Parallax and a successful new public reading format. I also remember in our meeting early in the year when we were making plans for Parallax and discussing all her ambitious goals, she told me, "I just want to make this as stress-free on you as possible." And I've never been told that by a student. She's keeping her options open for the future, but dreams of possible careers in TV writing or farming. So whichever she chooses, I know she'll make it happen. Congratulations on 4 wonderful years here, Becky Joy.
chair of the dance department, and I will be presenting the Outstanding Dancer. The Outstanding Dancer this year goes to a student who arrived at Iowa Arts Academy 4 years ago. Woo! She came to us with a wonderful proficiency in ballet, but with no modern dance experience. I remember the first day of her dance placement auditions when she tiptoed across the back of the room during the modern dance sequence, having no idea how to attempt the off-balance moves or the rolling on the floor. But by the end of her first year, she assimilated into the modern dance techniques and was flying through the air and rolling on the floor with some of our most advanced dancers. During her 4 years at Iowa Arts Academy, this young lady has danced numerous lead parts in our dance concerts, such as Aurora and Aurora's Wedding, The Dying Swan, The Pas de Deux from Flames of Paris, and most recently, the lead princess in the ballet The Firebird. Through her strong work ethic, she has become not only a strong and versatile dancer, but also an artist with a lovely stage presence. One cannot help but watch her when she steps onto stage. Finally, she has proven herself as a lovely choreographer with her piece Let Me Go that she choreographed for this year's student choreography concert. This year's 2013 Outstanding Dancer goes to Mariana Barba Sid.
Tonight to present the Outstanding Anurag Senior Award. My first year as chair here has been pretty incredible. A lot of changes, and some of them very unexpected, including last month when I was unexpectedly taken away from school and my duties here. And the seniors were left completely on their own to complete their independent studies and 8 months of work. But they weren't completely on their own. They had phenomenal help from the faculty and the administration who stepped in to help them realize their senior shows. And I'm incredibly grateful for that assistance. But the students in this experience learned a lesson that I can only provide in my absence. There's a Buddhist saying that a teacher's highest calling is to make themselves unnecessary. And I'm so proud of my seniors this year for their amazing commitment to their own work, for stepping up and completing all of their shows with phenomenal attention to detail and complete commitment to one another. So I want to thank all of my seniors this year: Jada Gonzalez, Cloris Lee, Emily Miller, and Jordan Sternberg for a fantastic, fantastic job. But we always give an award to an individual. And so the individual that we've chosen this year is quiet yet strong and very forceful under the surface. She's quick-minded, and she has an incredible well of natural talent. Almost anything that she puts her mind to, she has a natural affinity for. And I've been able to witness this because of the diversity of her interest, which is pretty key for an inner art student. She has studied product and environmental design, photography, fashion design, sculpture, and ceramics. She also has a long tenure here in the Inner Arts Department and has been able to take advantage of the full range of its course offerings in a way that not all of our students have. She embraces her cultural roots and the beauty of nature in her most current work. And I believe that her future will be very bright, although she may go into the business of art, maybe into commerce, but I'm sure that she'll be able to expand her interests even more as she matures into a fully capable and realized human being. So I'm very proud to present the Inner Arts Outstanding Artist Award to Cora Smith.
Hi, like Katherine, I won't promise not to cry. First, I just want to say something to this year's students. First, all of you have a lot to be proud of, and I wish I could give an award to every single one of you. But that's what the movies are for. So, I hope you know that there's nothing you can't do because you truly have accomplished the impossible with you. So every single one of you is truly got to make this work out. Now on to the outstanding moving picture student. This year's outstanding moving picture student is a natural leader whose proficiency in the craft and strong work ethic has earned him the respect and trust of his peers and faculty alike. Before most people realize the job needs to be done, he's already volunteered and has found the best way to do it. As Jared said, Jared Billings, if you found yourself in a war, this is the person you would most want to be in a foxhole with. Always cool under pressure, the department's jack of all trades, producer, director, AD, cinematographer, editor, and actor, last year's outstanding undergraduate film student, our brother, Harold Brown.
But first, I'd like to congratulate all the seniors on surviving their time here at Idlewild. I wish you the best of luck in all of your future endeavors. And now all of my music seniors are wondering if I'm being sarcastic or not. The Idlewild Arts Academy Music Department is comprised of classical instrumentalists and singers, jazz instrumentalists and singers, songwriters, and even a classical composition student. Choosing the recipients of the Outstanding Music Senior Award is never easy. Our seniors this year are moving on to Juilliard, Oberlin, Peabody, NYU, and Berklee College of Music, among many other schools. We not only look for a student who possesses musical talent, but also an unparalleled work ethic, humility, and who is a leader among their peers. This year's Outstanding Music Senior has spent 4 years at Idlewild Arts. He has attended the Beverly Hills International Music Festival, the Interlochen Summer Bassoon Intensive, and the Interlochen Summer Music Festival. We won't hold those last two against him. His teacher, Carolyn Beck, said he takes on big challenges and rises to the occasion and shines. He has listened well in lessons and also takes charge of his progress. Because of this work, Felix Wren was accepted to the Cincinnati Conservatory, the Cleveland Institute of Music, and the Manhattan School of Music. But this fall, Felix will be attending Juilliard, where he will be studying with Kim Laskowski, assistant principal bassoon of the New York Philharmonic. Congratulations, Felix.
First of all, congratulations to all the seniors, and especially the very talented 9 theater senior actors. And speaking of actors, how many actors does it take to wallpaper a room? Well, about 3 if you slice them really thin. How many actors does it take to change a light bulb? 100. 1 to change the bulb, and 99 to say, I could have done that. A van with 2 actors falls off a cliff. What is the tragedy in this? You can fit a lot more than 2 actors in that van. How do you get an actor off your front porch? Pay him for the pizza. I felt it was appropriate to start off with a few jokes, considering the outstanding theater artist has filled our lives with many a laugh for the last 2 years. This theater artist has brought joy into our classrooms, elicited laughs from our audiences with outrageous and risky performances, and has generally brought smiles to our faces whenever our paths crossed on campus. But all kidding aside, she has dedicated herself to the theater department with an eager, positive, searching attitude. She has addressed insecurities, led productions as stage manager, kept the company on key as assistant musical director, all the while keeping us laughing. Her big personality is matched with her big heart. As she makes her final exit off our stage, she will undoubtedly make a bold entrance into Emerson College next fall. It is with a bittersweetness that we say aloha to the 2013 Outstanding Theater Artist, Madison Celeste Kearns.
Chair of the Visual Arts Department, and we have up here actually 23 visual arts students who are graduating along with the rest of these great students. I have a secret to tell the graduates tonight. Everyone here envies you. You truly have the world at your feet right now with so much potential, so much out there for you to experience, and I certainly envy every one of you myself. The Visual Arts Department has a little over 70 majors, all of different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives. But one student has stood out for us this past 4 years. This introspective, quiet, and hardworking student consistently excelled in her arts classes. Whether in drawing, painting, ceramics, or any other arts class that she found herself in, her instructors all commented on her abilities, her intuition, and her intellect. This self-motivated artist achieved all this while completing numerous AEL grants while here at the Academy. In addition, the student received several awards and was named a Spotlight Competition finalist, and this year was recognized with the Visual Arts Department Ceramics Award. It must also be said that she has earned the admiration and respect of both her peers and her instructors. Cooper Union School of Art is going to be very lucky to have this student and the Outstanding Visual Artist for 2013, Delaney Ann Stone.
Carpenter, and I'm the acting dean of arts, and I have the honor of
presenting the most outstanding artist of the senior class of 2013. This particular award is decided upon by the arts faculty as to one of our graduates that is the most likely to go on and pursue a professional career in the arts. And this is a very tough decision for many of us because look at all of them. They're pretty amazing. And they're not my kids, and I can still say that. It's pretty cool. But at the end of the year, we do have to pick one. The winner of this year's Outstanding Artist had applied to the school late in the summer of 2011, but was waitlisted due to a lack of available beds. During orientation, one of the incoming students didn't show up. And lucky for us, this student dropped what she was doing and left her home in a heartbeat. She wanted to be here. She wanted to challenge herself, and she wanted to take the leap. This tenacious young woman came to Idlewild with the goal of making a film each year, that she was here, and she achieved that goal as she realized both a heartfelt documentary and a sweet, magical narrative. While the style and approach to documentaries and narratives is very different, she tackled both styles with charm, honesty, and sincerity. She makes filmmaking look simple. As I solicited input for this speech from the moving pictures faculty, I was struck by how every instructor in the department commented on her true love of cinema. She has a deep appreciation for her art form. Isaac Webb stated that no student he has ever taught understands the power of cinema as much as she does. This is important because it shows her understanding of how to use the medium effectively. She is mature enough to understand that it is not enough to merely have something to say, but that you have to find the right way to say it so that people will listen. She has proven to be a tremendous collaborator who is humble, genuine, and sincere. She gets the best out of those who work with her, and she is gifted at infusing the passion in others. She makes others feel important, and thus everyone she works with seems to want to bring their best efforts to the table. She is committed to developing her skills and talent, and will do so in the UK next year. Her true aspiration is not to be a mere filmmaker, but to be a superhero who will use her powers for good and to make the world a better place. So congratulations, Ms. Wonder Woman, Ms. Outstanding Artist of 2013, Ms. Katherine Kearns. And she gets a plaque.
That was worth it just to make her cry again. Okay, so we're almost done. Just a few more businessy things, and it's all going to be over, at least here, for the class of 2013. In about 5 minutes, there's going to be cake to be eaten down in the Nelson Dining Hall, so we hope you all go there. And then tomorrow, we're going to test you on your ability to walk into a venue and take the stage one more time. We're going to give you your diplomas, turn your tassels, and give you a big shove out into the world. All right? So we hope you enjoy your last evening on the Idlewild Arts campus as students. All right? So, time for you guys to stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2013.
I wish I had taken a picture of this.